Hello guys, welcome to X-Plane 11 Vulcan, fully loaded with all of my add-ons. We are at Heathrow Airport. We're in VR, of course, in the HP Reverb. Everything is looking, well, amazing, as you know. This headset is so clear and crisp, love it. We are in my favourite all-time corporate business jet, the Challenger 300. It's a beautiful bird, this. And we've just done the cold and dark start. I've done this so many times on the channel, so I don't want to bore you to death with another sort of cold and dark, but we've got Just Flight Traffic Global running, as you can see here. It's very busy. We've got Ultra Weather XP, the very latest version running, and all is good. We've got our flight plan all dialed in, as you can see here. We've got our departure set. And in fact, what I'll do is, before we take off, I'll just show you it in ADDONS. We've used Little Nav Map as our flight planner software, which I really love. It's a superb freeware flight planner, and we're going to interject it into ADDONS. So I'll be back in a second once it's up on the screen. So there we are, guys. That is our flight plan today. We're kind of doing a bit of a standard departure out of Heathrow. And then we're going to head to our fix here before heading north. And then we've got a SID as well, which I don't think looks like it's been cut off the image, which is a shame. But that's okay. We've also got it dialed in our PFD displays here. So we'll set our flaps. We've got our APU on. We're going to leave that on for our departure. We're going to do a VNAV departure. Oh, it's so busy here. In fact, let's have a look outside. Just Flight Traffic Global is a must. So we'll line up and just take one more look at this beautiful scene here at Heathrow. So busy. We've got hundreds of flights and no performance sort of problems at all. Don't know how Just Flight have done that. So we're going to put our landing lights on. Probably should have done this before entering the runway, but never mind. As I say, APU will be on for this departure to help with power. And yeah, I think we are ready. What we'll do is we'll kick in our takeoff power. Bit cloudy here. We're using Active Sky, by the way. It's worth mentioning. I always use Active Sky for this sim. They are superb. Massive fan of hi-fi simulations. There is a reason why they haven't released anything yet for the new sim, because it doesn't need it right now. Right, so little late takeoff there, but we are airborne. Flaps are coming up and gear. Goodbye Heathrow. So as we enjoy the views and the clouds as we head over London and onto our flight plan, one thing I absolutely love about this sim is its VR implementation. And even though there's things I notice these days that I didn't really pay attention to before, or didn't really bother me before, and that's sort of the cloud popping and the rubbish shadows, but you know, those little things don't really matter when you're in a study level aircraft with all of your add-ons. And I think that's why X-Plane for me will be on my hard drive for many months and maybe even years to come, even when the new Microsoft Flight Simulator gets VR. It's because it's aircraft like the Pilatus PC6 from Thrander, like the Aerobasque collection of aircraft, and the TBM and the Challenger 300 we're flying today. Just, you know, there's so many of my fleet of aircraft that I love flying and never get a chance to fly very often that keep me coming back. And it's only until we get that level of realism in the new sim that X-Plane will be in trouble for me personally. Because, you know, I've set up my flight plan using Little Nav Map so I can really do it as realistically as possible. I've you know, gone through the full cold and dark procedure of this aircraft and the full sort of departure route. I'm doing everything fairly by the book, and that element of reward you can't really get right now in any other sim platform but X-Plane, and probably, you know, probably Prepared as well, I suppose, but to me that's fallen by the wayside now that we've got such incredible VR in X-Plane, and Vulcan really has made a huge difference to that. This is one beautiful looking bird, I've got to say, absolutely gorgeous. It's just a very, very sleek, modern looking aircraft, and even down to obviously the cockpit here, which in the HP Reverb, I remember when I first flew this, when I got the Reverb, and I was just totally blown away because I wasn't used to be able to see all of the little text. I can even see the standby altimeter there that says 2983, which is there, that little text there. I can see that in the Reverb. Quite incredible. And you know, a few videos ago I basically kind of vented my frustration with this sim, because this is what X-Plane should have been like about a year ago. I feel like it's a year behind schedule right now. But you know, now that Vulcan is here, I'm very interested to see what Laminar do when they finally do announce X-Plane 12. And I think if this sim got a nice dynamic weather engine and some sort of a terrain upgrade, whether they can sort of shoehorn some sort of a ortho, you know, you remember Ortho XP, where basically, you know, you would create your own ortho tiles. If that's kind of, you know, if we can get something like that implemented within the sim itself, that would be very cool indeed. I think that would be a very welcome. But this is Ultra XP, the very latest of their sort of cloud enhancement and sort of atmospheric program. So it doesn't just do clouds, it does the whole thing, the sky colours, the sun, and even the lighting. I've got to say, it looks very, very convincing, very nice, considering these clouds are not volumetric, and they do pop in and out a little bit, but overall I think they do a very nice effect, and far better than the sort of porridge look of the default clouds. You can see there, that is a landmark. In fact, that's where the testing ground for new cars. That must mean we are near Cranfield. Very high up, 280. You can really see from that flyby view that we are crabbing through the air, because we are dealing with an 85 knot wind from the west, and it's a crosswind. Let me just show you in the back of this bird. It is a plush jet, let me tell you that. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see here the nice wood and polished trim. We've even got our own display here, that's fully working. There we are. And everyone in the back is sleeping, that's why we've got our windows, the blinds shut. But we can maybe just pull a few up there so we can see that gorgeous view outside. And as many people know, we can actually listen to some music in the back here as well, so I can listen to a bit of classical music, get the champagne out, and enjoy the views, guys, as we head to Edinburgh. Can you hear that coming in now? It's just fantastic. This bird is classy, it really is. And it's huge, as you can see here. We're still going back. And in VR, as you can imagine, this is exactly how it would be. If I had a big room, I'd be able to walk from one end to the other. That would be very cool. Get the table out there. sit down and relax. Look at that for a wing view. Love it. Okay, so we're on finals now for runway 24. We're a little bit high actually, but that's okay, we can correct. This is Orbx Edinburgh, and I've got to say it's one of their best airfields. Probably second to Innsbruck. But it's been a pleasure having you all aboard today for this flight. Always good to chat about VR. So much going on in the world of flight simming and VR, it's just so exciting. I'm thinking about arranging a community flight in the new Microsoft Flight Sim if you're interested, so let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas for any suggestions. Here we go, little high, little fast. But we're going for it. Oh, a bit of turbulence as well. Don't worry, Bitchin' Betty, we're fine. We're professionals. Got all those skid marks there on the runway. And we're down. Reverses. Let's go outside. Welcome to Edinburgh, guys. What a thoroughly enjoyable flight. I'm going to take my passengers to the terminal, and then I'm going to head to Leeds Bradford afterwards, another one of my favourite Orbx airfields. And that's just it, guys. That's the thing about this sim, that I know there's a new kid on the block, but it's not going to stop me from enjoying X-Plane. And I've just realised I've left the classical music playing in the back. Can you hear it? Ah, I love it. This aircraft is fantastic. Right guys, I think I'll leave it there, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.